I'm Karen Sperling. These are paintings I did with my new Artistry Corel Painter Brushes Volume 13 for painting flowers, based on photos by me and by Shannon Marie Phillips Long. I drew as my inspiration paintings by Monet and Degas. In this video, I'll show you the new brushes in my Volume 13 collection. The brushes are available at the artistrymag.com website, along with the previous 12 brush collections, both individually and in bundles. I'm going to go into the Volume 13 brush category and choose the first brush, the Smeary Flower. I'm going to choose a color and I'll paint. And you can see that it paints with this silhouette, and in spots it starts to smear. So you can get some nice texture going with that brush. The next several are similar. I'm going to choose number 2 and paint. And it's a different silhouette, but the nature of the brush is still, if I continually paint, areas start to smear. Number 3 is similar to number 2. Notice when I clicked and dragged, the silhouettes continued to point upwards. When I paint with the third brush, it's a similar silhouette, but the silhouettes appear in the direction in which I paint. Number 4 works the same way but has a different silhouette. I'll choose a different color so you can see it. So the nature of the brush is similar, but it has a different silhouette. And those are the basic 3 silhouettes for all these brushes, but they all paint differently. Number 5 is another silhouette, and I made it into the shape of flower petals. Which can also double as leaves. Number 6 paints with a texture and an outline. And if you can see, it's that first silhouette. I'm going to go into gray, edit fill, and start over. So we're on number 6. So I'm pressing heavily, and what it does is it creates this outline with texture next to it. Number 7 does the similar thing, only with a different silhouette, see? Eight is a similar brush with a different silhouette. Let's see if I can get that. There we go. See, it's a different silhouette, but it does create this outline. I'm going to show you in a little while why that's useful. The next brush, number 9, number 9, is a sort of a stencil brush of that first outline. As is number 10 of the second outline. And this is the look of number 11. Then the next few brushes are leaves. Number 12 paints with sort of transparent leaves that have outlines in them for texture. Number 13 paints with continuous leaves that you can paint with to fill in areas. Number 14 paints with sort of textury leaves. Next we have a couple of grass brushes. The first one is short grass. Number 16 is thicker grass. '17 is a kaboom brush. The reason I call it a kaboom brush is when you paint with it, it explodes with colors using the first silhouette. Number 18 also explodes with color using the second silhouette. Number 19 also explodes with colors using the third silhouette. So you can get some really interesting textures, as you can see. And then last, the texture shaker mixes up the whole thing for nice texture. So I thought I'd show you the volume 13 brushes in action on some actual images. And first I thought I would show you how I created the background in this image. This is a painting that I did. The girl is painted and the background is still a photograph. Here is tracing paper turned on, so you can see that's the source photograph. That's the painting. I opened up auto painting in the window menu, window auto painting panels, and I turned down randomness to 0. And I'm going to choose the number 7 brush, outline texture 2. I'm going to click the rubber stamp or clone color so that the brush picks up colors from the source photo, and I'll click play. And auto painting brings in the brush strokes based on the colors in the source image. I'm going to click in the image to stop the auto painting. You know, you can do other brushes, but that's what this one looked like so far. I'll just do one more. I'll go into the outline texture 1 brush. Click reset tool just to make sure I have all the original settings. Click clone color in the color panel and click play. So it softened the effect a little bit. And that's how I painted the background. Here's another image that I painted with these brushes. This is the painting. Here's the source image. You can see that I made up a lot of this, and it was using the new brushes. I got this textury, impressionistic floral look painting with the first several brushes. I'm going to choose the first smeary flower brush And you see that that's how it paints. So you just choose some colors and paint. And it gives you that textury look. And all of them help to add to that. The more you paint, the more abstract the strokes look, but you do get that hint of details, so it's a nice result. And I told you I would show you what the outline texture brushes are useful for. I'm going to choose green and paint. I'm going to lower the brush size. And so you see it's good for adding outline strokes, but then there's texture sort of blowing off of the sides for a nice impressionistic line. And all of these are useful for that. Oops. I painted the bushes. Here's the source photo. Notice on the bushes you have light areas where the bush is facing the sun, and then a medium tone in the middle, and then the shadows on the left-hand side away from the sun. I used the smeary flowers again, choosing greens. To paint the bushes. Which is also useful for painting trees. There's a tree over here. There was a tree in the source photo. So I add a little texture based on the areas of light and dark that I see in the photograph. And then I can go into the leaves brushes and add some leaf shape strokes. I also added grass. Also, the Kaboom brushes are great for mixing up some texture with some flower strokes. Oops, too big. And then using the texture shaker, I can mix it all up. So that's a look at how to use the Volume 13 brushes to paint flowers. I hope you enjoyed this look at the Volume 13 Artistry Corel Painter brushes, available at my website, artistrymag.com. For information about how to paint portraits, landscapes, and composites in Corel Painter, get Painting for Photographers Volume 3, available in print at Amazon and at my website, and in ebook format at my website. Thanks for watching.